Okay, we're going to break right into coverage. Lisa and I have been following this all morning. We thought it would just be a blip. It turned out not to be. This is Down Detector, and this tells you a variety of mobile networks, dish networks, Facebook, YouTube, who is having disruptions in service. At 1:34 or so this morning, all hell broke loose, and it hasn't stopped. This is the Down Detector website. We'll go into some specific examples of exactly what many across the country are now experiencing. This is AT&T. You see how many reports? 60,000 at least reporting it right now. And what time did this break at? 1:32 a.m. And so we followed this a little bit further. Let's look at the map of the United States, where and who is affected. Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Washington, Tampa, go across the board into a little bit in LA, San Francisco. It's one side of the country to the other. So we checked out Verizon. Same timing, same curve. This is nothing you normally see all at one time. Now this one infecting. And you see it again, Montreal, Boston, New York, Washington, Tampa, a little bit in San Francisco. There's a great deal of consistency in what we're watching. Cricket Wireless, 12,000 reports, same time. 1:36 a.m. is when this broke. So we'll take it just a step further. Obviously, all of us very sensitive to information like this because the reports we've been seeing brewing up in mainstream media, as we like to say. Leaked files from Chinese firms show vast international hacking effort. What were they hacking? Just moved down. A trove of leaked documents from a Chinese state-linked hacking group shows that Beijing intelligence and military groups are carrying out large-scale, systematic cyber intrusions against foreign governments, a.k.a., well, could this be what's affecting this? Go a little bit further. We just heard a story breaking about Russia and their weapon to destroy satellites, and then suddenly, coincidentally, not more than a few days later, this breaks out. And if you look at these charts and just look at the red line, you'll see AT&T, Cricket, Verizon, Boost, Consumer Cellular, T-Mobile, Straight Talk, US Cellular, for everybody at the same time had the same spike in down activity. This isn't an isolated event. Do we know what it is? Nobody knows what this is at this point in time. All we can look is the graphs, the consistency, the severity. Go to your mainstream media. You'll see news starting to pop up on it now. Cell phone outages hit AT&T, for example. Customers nationwide, Verizon and T-Mobile users also affected. Tens of thousands of customers, they state, have been reporting outages this morning from their home phone, internet, and mobile phone services, according to what I just showed you, which would be Down Detector. The outages started popping up just before 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, according to a graph shown on the website that tracks outages. Most users, 55%, say they're having issues with mobile phone service. I'd like to see in the comments below if you are having issues with mobile phone service. So as we follow this story further, which we will be following this story further, but we wanted to get it out to you so you knew what was happening this morning, maybe on your drive into work, maybe when you woke up this morning. This is what we woke up to, and I'm sure you guys did also. Let's just see in real time if anything has stopped yet, and by looking at this, nothing has stopped. It's still trending up. This is how you go through this. It's a very easy website. Again, downdetector.com is where you go. AT&T, from what I noticed this morning, still one of the biggest impacted by this, but everybody else, even when I went in this morning, let's look at this up too. I went into Tesla real quick to see how widespread this was, and well, if that's not concerning, I don't know what is. That's the Tesla portal for vehicles. 143 this morning also hit with an issue. My friends, I've watched this for a long time. I haven't seen this great deal of consistency across the board on multiple platforms. Let's even check probably where some of you are watching this right now as we're breaking in. Google. Also this morning, about 1:42 a.m., starts to experience outages. An isolated event does not appear at the offset to be as isolated as some stories I've been reading. I wanted to show you the great deal of consistency. It's what's happening, the timeline of what's happening. I'm still moving through this. So as we work through this, this is what happens when you break in quickly, try to get a handle on the same exact time. I'd love to see your comments below. What do you think this is? Did you experience it? 1:45 a.m. again this morning. This is Boost Infinite. Everyone, and I don't believe now by researching this further that is an overstatement, experience the same glitch. Hello Mobile, that's one of the smaller one providers. Same exact timing, 1:44 a.m. You're watching it in real time, just like I'm watching it in real time. This is what happened this morning. Did our future just change? We don't know yet. We don't know what caused this. I'm sure there'll be some amazing cover story that will come out. By the way, make sure, please, you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to mine, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, I'll put a link above so we can continue to bring you this news. Lisa asked me to jump on her station. I just happened to be the first one ready this morning to bring it to you. We'll flip-flop back and forth. That would mean the world to us. We're also about to cut over, I think, to Restricted Republic here in a moment. Give a further set of updates. I'm just watching this as it goes on here, seeing if anything will change before we end the broadcast. And I don't see anything changing. T-Mobile, one of the first ones. Nope, absolutely no change whatsoever. Let's look at the map, see if it's in your neighborhood. Very consistent where this is hit. Very consistent. Now Los Angeles all of a sudden becoming a little bit more significant. Houston, New York. Folks, in the comments below, please put in there. We'll watch this. Lisa will give you a follow-up if any more news breaks here later on in the broadcast. I don't know what to make of this. I really look forward to seeing your comments. We don't do these break-ins very often, but this was absolutely critical to bring to you because I wanted to tell you the consistency of what we're seeing across the country and multiple providers. We'll watch the news. We'll continue to research. We do everything mostly directly on our own, so we're not skewing it on any mainstream media topics. Wow. I'm going to dig deeper. We're going to do a little bit more research. Lisa will break in later today if there's any further updates. Again, we love you all. Can't thank you enough for being here today. I wish there was different news to bring you in the morning, but when all those mainstream stories break, all about satellites and Russia and China and hackers, obviously we have cause for concern. Was this an attack? We don't know yet, but as soon as we find out, we'll bring it to you. Love you all. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justice Night. Signing out.